Last November, San Diego voters gave their overwhelming support to Measure B to create a new, independent, community-led commission on police practices. That approval, though, was really for the overall concept. The details have been in the works. We're joined by attorney Maresa Talbert with San Diegans For Justice. Maresa, good to see you again and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim, for having me back.
So last time we spoke to you, you were telling us about this upcoming process you'd be going through, and where are we at now in that process?
So we are pretty far along. We just finished 4 separate community roundtables to get the community's input on what they want to see in the implementation ordinance. Our last one was just January 30th. So now coming up actually tomorrow, we will have the first council hearing and the Public Safety and Livable Neighborhoods Committee that will discuss how this implementation ordinance will move forward.
And what were some of the top things that the community wanted to see in this new commission?
So over the course of the last two to 3 months that we've been doing the community roundtables, we've had some overwhelming themes throughout those. One of them being that the community really wants to make sure that commissioners are chosen and selected from the communities that experience the most intrusive police interactions. We've also seen that the community is really invested in the public nature of the complaint and the review and investigation process all the way through the disciplinary process. The community also doesn't want to see law enforcement, current or former law enforcement, or their immediate families to serve as commissioners. The commissioner wants to have whistleblower protections, or the commission rather wants to have whistleblower protections for any officers that want to come forward about something that has happened that they've seen while in the line of duty. And also, we as the community wants to make sure that the commissioners have the information that they need to really conduct investigations, that they need to do any and all of their business to be, a great and effective commission.
Let me touch on the involvement by police. On the one hand, you want to protect police, as you said, protect the whistleblowers so that they trust the commission and know they can go to the commission if they've seen something that they think needs investigation. On the other hand, it seems odd to me that you would not want police members or law enforcement involved with the commission itself. It seems like that would add credibility to the commission.
Well, like I said, this was an overwhelming theme and concern for the community at large, but we have proposed a bit of a compromise where we would have an advisory board that advises the commissioners, and that advisory board is welcome to include law enforcement and former law enforcement.
And in terms of keeping the public informed about what the commission is doing, you also have some things you'd like to see in that regard, I understand.
We definitely do. So like I said, we want to make sure that as much as possible, to the extent of the law, that the nature of the commissioners, the process, the complaint, review, investigation, and disciplinary actions are made public. And so so that community members have the right to voice their opinions on that. And just we really want to hone in on the transparency piece with the commission.
And so the next big step starts tomorrow with the council committee, the Public Safety and Livable Neighborhoods Committee, taking up these issues. And then I suppose that they would say, okay, these are the things that we agree with, and ultimately they'll bring a package and present it to the full council.
So that is what we are hoping for, but that is generally how the process should work. Of course, they have to take that up and look at all the things there. I mean, I just touched on 5, but there is a slew of other recommendations from the community that the committee will have to look at. And of course, they'll do their own review. Probably the city attorney will have some piece of reviewing that to make sure that all the recommendations and everything for the ordinance is legal and intact with our government, and move forward that way.
San Diego attorney Maresa Talbert, thank you once again for keeping us caught up on the process here, and we'll continue to watch it as it continues to unfold.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Always a pleasure.